Hello, my name is Dr. Huma Hassan, and now I am initiating the most powerful series for UPSC aspirants and any students who are engaged in the process of answer writing. Specifically for UPSC students, I would say, I am making and initiating this powerful series, as I have said. Now, you need to know the most important part for clearing this exam is about strategic learning. Okay, so you know that Union Public Service Commission, it requires lot of skills, and understanding the examiner's mind, and specifically in UPSC you require lot of strategies. So you need strategic preparation, right? It is just not about knowledge. It is about how you know it, how you have articulated it. What is your thought process? Now the civil servant's temperament has to be balanced. It has to bring maturity. It needs to reflect critical thoughts with empathetic understanding. Yes, I would be explaining more. All the students who are writing in the chat section, I am explaining specifically to UPSC students. But if you are from otherwise, it's okay. Okay. Now, let me just explain this, that answer writing is the most important skills which you have to inculcate, and then also speaking skills. So that is communication skills. Now, you need to know this important part. Please see here what I have written. You need to know examiner's core intent. Do make the flow charts in your notes, because it is not going to be only one lecture on answer writing. I am going to upload at least 30 series of, on 30 lectures in this series. So 30 to 35 classes I would be giving only on answer writing, and then we will move forward with respect to essay writing. So there are so much in writing answers. Okay, whatsoever your optional is, whether it's economics, physics, geography, public administration, sociology, anthropology, mathematics, whatsoever your optional is, you need to know answer writing by Dr. Huma Hassan. From me, I will explain the tricks to all of you irrespective of your option, because you have to write in mains. So first of all, reflect on examiner's core intent. So examiner's core intent is something you need to work on, right? So this is the important part. So what examiners wants to judge? What examiner wants to judge? So they want to judge conceptual clarity. Keep writing this point. Okay? Stop my video and make your notes. Conceptual clarity. So whensoever you are joining any coaching, go for conceptual clarity. How to test that whether conceptual clarity is clear to you or not? If you can explain the same concept to anyone who is studying in class 5th, that means that you can explain any concept. You can explain Karl Marx, you can explain Socrates, you can explain Immanuel Kant, etc., etc., to a student who is reading in class 5th. That means that you have now proper control over that concept. So conceptual clarity. Then your answer is going to be evaluated on balanced and critical thinking. Okay, so this is balanced and critical thinking. As I said, this exam is not about knowledge. It is about how you are thinking. It is about what you know and how you know. You need to take the larger responsibility before taking nation's responsibility. You need to know that no teacher, no coaching is responsible for your journey. I am not responsible for your journey. You need to improvise yourself. Answer writing is a skill which you people have to learn without joining any coaching. Why are you people wasting your time thinking that any teacher would come and teach you? Okay, I am teaching, but this is not my responsibility. You need to work on yourself. And this particular part, which I am saying balance and critical thinking, I am not going to inculcate in your mind in just, like a magic. I don't have magic wand. And those UPSC faculties who are claiming this part, join me, join this, join that, and you will get this much of marks and all that. It only can come with your self-awareness and your preparation. I am so very disturbed by, one of the bureaucrats whom I had recently met. They think that the standard of UPSC aspirants are so low that they can't understand the simple word which means self-awareness. Self-awareness means that you know what you are doing. Self-awareness means that students are taking full responsibility. Now, the ex-civil servant, I will not say the name, but they think that students would not know the self-awareness. Use easy terms. Hello, good morning. I think these students are going to shape up the nation's destiny. I strongly believe that UPSC aspirants are different from ordinary people. So most of the civil servants who are joining or who had joined or who are about to retire, they all were coming from very strong background. Their parents were themselves into bureaucracy. So it's very easy to say, okay? It's very easy to say, don't use these terms. We all are from middle class, right? And we all are struggling to make our destiny, to make our identity. It means that we do have critical thinking already. It means that we are self-aware already. I have huge respect for UPSC aspirants. The reason I left my Jamia job as an assistant professor, because I could see that in my class, those students who were preparing for civil services are the one who are going to make nations proud. And this was my journey even in my JNU when I was a scholar and teaching. Right? So we need a passionate teacher. Definitely, we don't need these YouTubers. We don't need these fake people around. We can learn answer writing on our own. Right? So it is about self-awareness and the balance and critical thinking. You don't require any teachers. You don't require any coaching. All you require reflections. Okay? So balance and critical thinking is something you people have to learn before joining any optional classes or GS classes. How you people can have balance and critical thinking? Please get into awareness and diverse perspectives. Okay? So for this, start focusing on editorial page. In my coming lectures, I would be making series on editorial page as well. Now, you need to know that when you are reading about the geography, let's just say you are reading about the Ganga river system, you are learning about the tributaries. So it's just not about the physical geography. It is also about political dimensions. You should be knowing water disputes. So when you are learning about the Kaveri river, learn the physical aspects, but learn the social, political, economical aspects as well. Okay? So we need to have a diverse perspective. It is interconnection. That's what you have to learn. Interconnection is the key. Interdisciplinary approach is the key. Okay? And have application. So this is what I would say. Now you are also going to be judged on solution oriented. You need to be solution oriented. And everything, this part, your conceptual clarity, balance and critical thinking, awareness of diverse perspectives, solution oriented is of no use when you don't know answer writing skills. What is answer writing skills? Learn this. Make the flow chart. First of all, make high fetching answers. Make high fetching answers. The very first part which you have to make this box. Introduction. Your introduction is the most important part. It should be clear. It should be engaging. It should be contextual. Contextual. Demand of the question you should be knowing. That is contextual. In my further class, I would be speaking more on introduction, but your answer are going to be evaluated on answer writing skills. In the previous slide, I have explained how I am going to evaluate that you have written the good introduction on these pointers. So your introduction has to be really clear, it has to be engaging, it has to be contextual. After that, body. Don't worry, I would be holding your hands and I would be explaining how you people have to write good introduction. Okay, now it is about body. So multidimensional, analytical, connected to real examples. Okay, so multidimensional, analytical, connected to real examples. That is the body. Balance and multiple perspectives. You need to have a structure. You need to have a logical flow. Introduction, body, conclusion. Your answer must have substantiation. What is substantiation? It means that you need to give data. Your answer should have evidences to support your argument. You should have case studies and examples, etc. And language should be precise. It should be free from emotional ideas or ideologies. So this is something would help you to write good answers. You should be showing balance, multiple perspectives, and your conclusion has to be visionary. Okay, so your conclusion has to be visionary. So these are two slides which I have explained all of you. In coming lectures, I would be explaining more on answer writing. So in next lecture, we are going to talk about directives. Okay, so I will explain about little bit on directives. Okay, so for example, sometimes a question appears factual, but it demands interpretation or application. So this was the UPSC essays topic. UPSC ने इस पे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था, forest precede civilization, deserts follow them. Now it seems factual, it seems that it is dealing with geography topic, but the reality is it is philosophical and civilizational. Okay, so this is the most important skill which you people have to learn, that is answer writing. Okay, I hope you people are liking my lectures. Please, if you people are liking and you think that it is going to be beneficial, put a comment, share this lecture with your friends. Thank you.